Joining me on the podcast right now is George Wisener. He's from Buehler's Fresh Foods in Galion. The new, I guess October's when you opened, correct? Around that time?
We opened November 17th,
November 17th,
to be exact.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
I knew it was somewhere in that time period. In the old Geiger store right there, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk about Buehler's, and how long have you been with I've been with Buehler's every day.
Well, I had a first tour in
Yeah.
Delaware. I ran the Delaware store until February of 2016, and then we had to close the store due to a lot of competitive issues, and so we closed that store. I went to work for Meyer for 5 years. About a year ago, I get this phone call that says, "Hey, how are you? What are you up to?" And I told them, and they said, "Would you like to come back?" And I said, "Absolutely." And here I am back running the Galion store for Buehler's, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah, and this is the only Buehler store in the area. I mean, there's not many. Really, where's the closest one? Maybe
The closest one would be Ashland.
Ashland, yeah. And we've been to the Ashland store. My family has many times. So we enjoy Buehler's. Talk about Buehler's. How's Buehler's different than other grocery stores?
Well, we're different in the fact that very personalized, very much, we do a lot of scratch. I mean, there's ways of it being brought in frozen in a box. We make it from scratch. All of our cakes are made from scratch. All of our donuts are made from scratch. We have a central kitchen in Wisener that prepares all of our foods that we sell in the store.
Okay.
And we just try to be a little bit a step ahead of our competition and differentiate ourselves. I think that's the big key, is the differentiation of the big box stores.
Well, yeah, and the people don't like. There's some people don't want to go in these big, huge stores. I mean, you walk in these big box stores, and it's huge. You got this whole area to walk. I like to go and get. If I'm getting groceries, I don't want to walk this whole big area. I just want to get what I need, and that's where Buehler's differs a little bit. You're smaller.
Exactly. Our store in Galion is about 22,500 square feet, and it has everything you need. Like most of our stores, our Buehler stores have restaurants and things of that nature. This one doesn't, and I'll be honest with you. It's really nice and quaint, and the Galion community has just been absolutely welcoming to us, and hopefully, we can continue to grow and be part of the Galion community for in the future.
Buehler's, talk a little bit of history of Buehler's. How long have they been around?
Buehler started back in 1929. Ed and Helen Buehler, they started over in New Philadelphia.
Okay.
And then they came up to Worcester and started developing things, and then the second generation, Gene and Don Buehler, stepped in and they made it even more. A lot of our stores have the pickup lanes where you don't have to get out of your car to get the groceries. Unfortunately, us being a smaller entity in Galion, there's still the carts go out into the parking lot. That was one of the big innovations that Gene and Don had brought on, was the pickup lanes. And so we've progressed over the years. The Buehler boys were involved. Now they are no longer involved, and we are an employee-owned company right now. ESOP, that happened in 2017. We became employee-owned, so there's stock that's given to the employees. So we're all part owner of Buehler Fresh Foods.
Very cool. I did not know that.
Right. Yeah. That, like I said, in 2017, the boys wanted to get out of it, I believe, and so. I think it was our president at the time, Dan Shanahan. He and a few other folks got together and said, "How about an ESOP?" And lo and behold, that's where we are right now, and it's really been very good for us. As we move forward.
So not only you employee, you're part ownership of the store too, right?
Absolutely.
Wow. I mean, that's gonna make you feel a little bit different than
Sure does.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Are you guys hiring out there?
Oh yeah. In fact, we were very fortunate when we did 2 hiring spots in Galion, and by the end of the first one, we were probably 95 to 98% hired. But we said we had the second hiring deal, and then we went and we hired more people because, as things happen, you lose people, they find something else in the meantime. It's very competitive out there right now. But we're doing well. I mean, we're holding our own. Yeah, we hire a few here and there as needed, and we try to keep everybody working, and we really try to use other folks within the store in other departments if needed, and it's working out really well.
Has the supply chain problem affected you guys much at all?
Yes, it has.
Uh-huh.
Even though Spartan Nash is our main supplier, plus we also are our own warehouse as well. It's had its moments, and for the most part, it's the same things that's affecting our big box stores as well.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's just something that we're gonna have to deal with until that time's up.
Yeah.
So if someone's interested in working for Buehler's, how do they do that?
Well, they can go online to Buehlers.com, BuehlerFoods.com, or they can contact me if it's in the Galion community. Just contact me at the store, and we can get you hooked up with an application, an interview, and see what we can do to get you hired.
Like I said, I spent 5 years of my life working for grocery. I love it. It's a good job, especially if you're starting out. If you're a kid starting out, it's a good place to start, isn't it?
It sure is. That's what happened to me a long time ago when I said, I was going to college and I had a part-time job, and I said, I'm going to college. I'm not going to do this the rest of my life. Well, it's been very good to me and my family. We can't complain at all. Originated out of Pittsburgh and then came over here to Ohio, to Buehler's.
So I imagine you probably do a little bit of everything in there at the store, don't you?
Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir, I do.
Usually that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's been very nice meeting you and learning about Buehler's. Again, Buehler's is where?
Buehler's is our store is located at 230 Portland Way North in Galion. Please stop by and see us. Stop by and say hello. I'd like to meet everybody I can in Galion. And like I said, my team will definitely take care of you. I got a great team. Like I said, we've got a lot of homemade product in the store. You gotta come in and try that. And I just think it's a great store. It's a great company, and I can't say anything bad about anything. It's just a great place to work. And we were even awarded this past year a Great Place certification. So
nice. Yeah.
Buehler's in general. So that's really been cool.
And I know the Galion, I know the citizens there were really excited to get you guys, and they didn't have a grocery store for a long time.
No, it was probably about 3 or 4 years because we're in the old Geyers location there in the center. And yes, the city was very welcoming, and it was funny while we were getting the store ready, how many customers would come through the front door just to look and see what was going on. And it's great now to see them coming in as customers and taking care of them. And again, Galion has been a great community for Buehler.
You probably have a loyal following, and you probably get to know a lot of people in the community that come in all the time, don't you?
Yes, and that's what we want to do. We want to get more involved in the community. I mean, just being there since November, it's still early with winter and everything, but I know Galion has a lot of different things and events going on, and Buehler's wants to get involved in a lot of those things.
It's nice because it's not like a big chain coming in. You guys are more of a hometown kind of store, I think so. I think Buehler's is.
Yes, you're absolutely right, and we can tailor make a lot of things to our own locations. If there's something you're looking for or of that nature, that we try to find, because we deal local. We deal, with Smith's out of Orville, Gerber Chicken out of Kidron, Maurer Farms out of Worcester, and that's what we feel makes our niche different in the market than some of our competitors.
You probably try to get your produce local too, right? Correct?
Absolutely, and we often go to the auction in New Hope and get a lot of our produce is grown right here in the state of Ohio.
All right. Well, it's very nice meeting you, George. Thank you so much for coming in today.
No problem. It was my pleasure.
Thank you.